What made you decide, what made you think about mindset coaching as an option for you?
Yeah, Nina, I wasn't sure because, mindset coaching, it almost seems a little woo-woo, like I'm used to all these left brain strategies, drive traffic, convert your leads into buyers and all this stuff. And my business was kind of plateauing, I probably around $10,000 a month at the time. And, I asked myself, if somebody else who was really, really successful would just take over my business, would they still be at $10,000 every month, or would they be way beyond it? And the answer, of course, is they'd be way beyond it. And so I thought, well, what's the real difference? If all else is equal and it's just someone else doing it, is it, it's probably not because they're smarter or have more talent or something like that. It could be, but it has to be something else. And I knew that you were a mindset coach, and we've been friends for, I don't know, 10, 12, 14 years, something like that. And so I hired you for a year to be my mindset coach. And if it's okay, I'll share some of the results that I've had since hiring you, Nina.
That would be fantastic.
Okay. Well, after our very first session, my income skyrocketed. I think I made $30,000 the month after we started working together, $40,000 the month after that. And again, I'm used to these $10,000 months, so this is incredible. So I started setting records in my business. A few months later, I hit my first 50,000. No, hold on. Is that true? Well, yeah, I know that I did. I don't know where in time that was. It was after I started working with you, but I hit 50,000. I hit 70,000. This was last February. And then, here we are in February. It's been a year. Here we are in February of 2020, and last month I had my first six-figure month, which is just mind-blowing. And it's not really that. I don't think it's necessarily strategy. And I'll tell you, I thought that I might hit my first six-figure month as the month started off pretty well. But you and I had a session, and I don't know if I told you this story off camera, but you and I had a session, and I was lying in bed, and I thought, there is something I could do to probably put myself over that six-figure mark. And so, in the olden days, the gremlins would come in and say, yeah, you don't deserve it, or 90,000+ in January, that's enough. But I just started feeling that energy from when we worked together, and I got out of bed. I don't know, it was 2 or 3 in the morning, but I got out of bed. I sat down at my computer. I wrote a really effective email. I was going to say a really good email. I loved it, but it was really effective. And that next day is when I went over the top and hit 100,000 for the month of January.
That's phenomenal. That's incredible. Well done. That was a huge achievement. I know that means a lot to you and your family. How are you thinking differently? What's changed in your thinking about what you believe is possible for you now?
Yeah, it's cool because I think in every case with all your clients, as they achieve more and more success, they start to see things a little bit differently, and they start to look at things a little bit differently and ask themselves internal questions a little bit differently. My wife actually caught me doing this. I don't remember what it was, but we were thinking about doing something, and it wasn't anything super expensive. It might have been going somewhere. But I said, that the happiness that would bring me is not worth the money that we'd spend on it. And she told me, she said, you didn't used to think like this. It's like, this is, you're kind of changing the way you think. And so I don't know. I think just as we move up and up and up, by strengthening our mindset, and good strategies are important too, but as strengthening our mindset, I guess we start to think a little bit differently. Our expectations go up. I know I'm putting together a new package, and I won't share the details in this right now, but it's something I never would have dreamed people would pay me for. And I suspect I'm probably going to bring a whole lot of people over here to Puerto Rico for something pretty exciting. And I don't know if that would have been within my realm of possibility before I started working with you.
Yeah, so it sounds as if your price points are going up as well significantly.
They are. And In the olden days, meaning before I worked with you, my prices would still go up, but they would go up just because I simply couldn't justify anymore doing something for the old price. It just wasn't worth my time. So my coaching rates went from $300 a month to $500 a month, and all the way up to 3,000. Now they're at 5,000 a month, that type of thing. But it's only because I couldn't justify it. But now I'm sort of thinking proactive. It's like, I'm not thinking what do I need. I'm thinking what's possible, and yeah, and I attribute all of that to working with you, Nina.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Rob. And in terms of taking action, because it's interesting, isn't it? You are an action taker. I know that. You have wonderful ideas. You think outside of the box. You're great at solving problems. Are you noticing that the action you're taking is different to the action you used to take? Now you believe that you can achieve really anything you want in your business.
Yeah, so you're right. I've always been someone who likes to take action, but it's usually coming from the place of survival and scarcity. It's like, I need to provide for my family. If I don't earn enough money, what about all this debt and taxes and household expenses and stuff like that? So it was coming from need rather than possibility. And once I started working with you and paid off all my debt, and I now have a positive net worth for the first time since college. Yeah, so I'm not kind of in that scarce place anymore, and now I'm open up to possibility thinking. Um, so that so then these ideas come to me that I can take action on, and the old me would have said, I don't need that to survive. I'm not going to take that action. I'll watch some TV instead. I love watching TV, Netflix. But now the new me says, hey, if you're going to hit your new goal, and I've got some new goals now thanks to you. If you're going to hit that, you need to take some action to do it. And so yeah, and emotionally, I get excited about doing that. So yeah, that might be how I'm thinking a little bit differently and taking actions differently.
So, Rob, what would you say to anyone who is maybe considering having mindset coaching to help them to get through their blocks so they can grow their business?
Yeah, well, first of all, I would say that yeah, if you improve your mindset, I want to say it's a certainty that things will improve. I mean, hopefully your business improves, but even how you handle problems and live your life. So I think everybody should be working on their mindset. So I think having a mindset coach is a great way to do that. I don't think I could do this just by myself, sitting in front of my computer or meditating or anything like that. And so, yeah, so if people were considering hiring a mindset coach, of course, you, Nina, are my number one recommendation. And, we resonate with different people. Some people may really resonate with having you as their coach. Some people may not. Some people resonate with me. Some people may not. But what I would suggest is that everyone watching this at least reach out to you and maybe schedule a call or just ask some questions to see if working with you might be right for them. I know it was for me, and I suspected it would be for almost anyone, but again, yeah, I would just encourage anybody watching this to reach out to you, Nina, and find out if working with you might help them with their mindset to reach their goals.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have a mindset coach. I can't find my own blind spots. So just having a conversation to see whether I can help that person, whether we're a good fit to work together. Yeah, absolutely. Is there anything else, Rob?
Yeah, I would just say that taking some action, whether it's perfect or imperfect, is better than not taking action, because you can then evaluate, was that the right action to take? Should I have gone left when I went right, or did I make a good decision to go to the right? So what I'm saying is I think taking action, it's what Tony Robbins calls personal power. It's the people who take action. And I think an easy action that anyone can take watching this, Nina, is to reach out to you and just see if mindset coaching might be the thing that makes the big difference for them in the upcoming year.
Fantastic. Thank you, Rob. I really appreciate this.
My pleasure. Thank you. I really appreciate all your help and support